Gals.
Hi.
Hey. That was such fun. Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
Giving us category is lumberjack realness.
Yes,
Right.
I looked at the mirror and I was like, I'm very lumberjack today.
You are.
Michael Mattis.
Hi, Michael.
Lumberjack
You
Michael
look
Mattis.
like a bear.
Hi, thank you so much for watching us. As always, if you haven't already, make sure you go over to the social medias and like us and follow us. We are Dishin Days on Facebook and Instagram and _Dishin Days on Twitter. The after 5 years is still and always and forever will be implied. Also, if you're watching this and you are a lover of Days of Our Lives, which you should be, go into all the groups and let them know that, hey, we do this live every Sunday.
Share the love.
Yes, share the love, share the link, tell people to come in, join the chat, because we always have a lot to talk about. If you're listening to us on the Apple Podcasts or any other podcast platform, make sure you like us. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you rate us. Make sure you comment us. We sure do have a whole lot of instructions for you to do. Here's some more instructions. If you like,
Speaking of.
if you like all things soaps, make sure you tune into our other soap opera recaps. We have The Restless Rap for Young and the Restless and GH Report for General Hospital. And next week, we have The Bold Breakdown, The Bold and the Beautiful.
March 15th.
Oh, March 15th.
March 15th.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah.
next week. Oh, sorry. Oh, 2 weeks. That's
Yeah.
right. In 2 weeks. My bad. I don't do that show, so I don't know what date it is, but it's coming. And I think that's all the church announcements.
Yes. There is one announcement, though. Chelsie, and for podcast listeners, Chelsea's eyeshadow today looks gorgeous.
It's popping.
So, yeah, Chelsea, look into the camera and
Hi.
just bat those eyelashes. Look at that. Oh, my God.
She a model, y'all.
Beautiful.
Well, thank you.
She a model.
Like Modo.
Thank you.
like model. So what did we think of this week's episodes of Days?
Gosh,
This is a
almighty.
great week.
So good. What? You are not going to give it a humph.
It was fine.
That's how I felt the past 2 weeks. So if he felt it this week, maybe,
This week, what was...
Come on. It was
I mean,
good.
I feel like there were moments, and I thought, oh, okay, we're just moving things right along. But I was also just kind of like, all right, that's cute.
Man, you are a tough one to please.
I mean, and listen, I watched them all earlier today. I found the cute corner of my couch. I was still in my pajamas, and I just sat there.
You have a really good couch.
Oof.
It's so... I'm shocked that you're here.
I look.
Because once you're like
Why do you,
just sinking into
Yeah.
that thing...
why do you think I'm in a hoodie? I'm still trying to keep the comforts of home. Well, let's break it all down and let's
Yeah.
talk about this wonderful week of days. It's now time to start Dishin Days.
Ta-da.
Yay!
I was
All right.
expecting to hear the sucker punch sound.
I love... That is a really cool sound effect. Yeah. And we have to incorporate... Maybe there should be a segment.
What?
The sucker punch segment of the week.
Sucker.
Who did you like? Who would
that?
who would you want to sucker punch?
Somebody, or it was just one of those moments that as a fan you're like, oh.
Your sucker punch.
Oh,
in the
you
Yeah,
got
gut.
like for
punched
you,
in the gut.
Gabby. The reveal that Gabby was
Yeah.
the bone marrow, that would have
It
been
wasn't
like
quite a sucker
boom.
punch, but it
Yeah.
was,
The reveal that Gabby was what?
The match.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like an oh shiz moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sucker punch moment.
It was. I wasn't expecting that.
Mm-mm.
But before we get there, let's talk about the big story of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Xander, Victor, Maggie, Sunny, and Will.
Man, it was so
Oh.
hard to watch that whole confrontation, let me tell you.
When
Killing me.
I had this thought.
Mm-hmm.
I almost kind of wish that Maggie was secretly remembering
And didn't,
weeks ago
Okay.
and not saying anything.
Oh.
But that's
So-
not her personality, though.
But
She
but
wouldn't-
so that there was like a little bit of a build up because I
Mm-hmm.
feel like this week all of a sudden it was like she went and saw Will, then she started remembering, and then it was like the reveal.
Yeah.
I almost kind of wish that like maybe there was moments where she just heard like Xander's voice, but she didn't know why.
No,
Exactly.
I was ready for
Like
the
a little
reveal.
more like
I
a,
wanted this to...
Like a
the-
lead up,
The pace, yeah.
like a little like just a
I
little,
hear you.
you know, like ooh,
Even if it's like a week.
yeah,
Not like 2 weeks. It doesn't need to be a month, but like a little more than just like 2 episodes.
yeah.
I feel you.
But all of a sudden when she put the pieces of the puzzle together, and then she overheard Victor and Xander say that she's the one that killed Adrian.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the cookie was crumbling.
Don't you feel like though she's making? There's still something missing. There's a piece of a puzzle that, and everyone. There's a lot. I feel like I was watching this week and I'm like, wow, she's making a lot of assumptions about what happened. Like, she's making the assumption that okay, Xander found her. She doesn't remember taking the drink. She doesn't remember taking a drink, but she remembers being in the car. She remembers Xander finding her, and she remembers like that whole. But she still doesn't remember taking a drink or getting in the car.
But she had an empty bottle of vodka in her car.
Right, but she doesn't remember taking a drink or getting in the car.
Do you think she was set up?
I don't know what. I just feel like her assumption by what she remembered was that she was driving, she hit Adrian's car, she killed Adrian. And I'm like, that's am I missing something?
But here's the thing. I've never been blacked out drunk. But I feel like there's a moment where you remember before you black out.
Yes.
Right? Like
Yes.
you
Well, I don't
I'll
know
confess,
how much
I-
of the memory is you've blacked out.
Thank
Dang.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Michael would
I was
know.
about to go there.
Yes.
So
Maybe
no,
we're there
you
for
remember you remember up till a moment. Like I always remembered taking the drink. I always remembered like starting to drink. At what point what was one too many? I
Well,
don't.
she started drinking
But
in
she-
the house.
She
Yeah.
doesn't remember that though.
But that makes no...
Right? I mean,
Well, I don't know.
that's the explain. She doesn't remember taking the first drink.
Oh,
But I must have gotten drunk and gotten in the car. Is what she's thinking. There's all these assumptions about what happened, and we still, I feel like, don't know exactly.
But that's exactly
truth.
what Will did. Will automatically assumed that he was looking down at his phone and
Mm-hmm.
he killed Adrian. He spent a whole year in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, side note,
Paying your like same thing,
Your
prepaying your
taxes.
taxes. Yeah.
That is just like such a crazy
Get a refund
mentality,
back.
but so
But you don't
like,
get the
why
refund.
not?
yeah.
But
I
you
don't
know,
know.
I think going back to let's go back to Summer
Yes.
and our whole like what
Yeah,
was the
the-
real reason
the chat room
she was
seems-
there?
The chat room seems pretty convinced that Summer had something to do with it, and that would make
Yeah,
sense because
I
it does
agree.
seem the whole thing of Summer coming back just was totally random.
Mm-hmm.
And so if
and
there's one
was
thing,
it enough of a catalyst for this kind of fallout?
if there's one thing that I've learned from Days in general, but especially Ron's writing, like
He's
there,
a tricky little
There's a reason.
something.
yes.
They brought her back for a reason and not just to make Maggie fall off.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
The
look
way.
at this, right?
Yeah, here
So-
I know we need our
podcast listeners. We're bringing down the what's it called?
Oh, no.
the blueprint, the mock-up,
The mock-up, that little screen you pull down for
The screen.
presentations.
Oh, the screen, the presentation screen.
Yeah. Okay. That we're bringing down the present. Well, Tony is bringing down the presentation screen.
Here she is.
We're getting a little clicker. So
Let's go back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about, or at least I did, that Summer was the catalyst that started everything, as far as like the accident, everyone going to jail, babies being lost, switched, all that kind of stuff. Haley being dead, like all this kind of stuff. Like she was the
Wow.
catalyst, right?
God, yeah.
So we were okay with her being the catalyst. Now let's take a look at what we now know from this week. So we now know that Maggie does not remember. Okay, she remembers Summer. She remembers the bottle. She doesn't remember taking a drink.
or getting in the car.
Did we see her take the drink?
Yes.
We
okay,
did.
so
Yeah.
that's what I
because,
thought.
Because
I
remember
her.
Yeah.
She poured the drink. I remember her pouring it, getting up to the car. But I thought she was just staring at
No,
the
I
I,
don't
remember
remember-
her taking
She
the
took
drink.
it. Okay.
No, because remember Summer had dumped all that stuff on her, right? And then left the bottle, and then Maggie was devastated, and she looked at it, and then, she does the shaky thing where she, oh, should I be doing this?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
As a, like.
Yeah, as a dig.
yeah.
So, and then she doesn't remember anything leading up to that point.
Right.
She just remembers Xander's voice.
Xander, that whole interaction with them in the car.
Yes.
In the car.
And then I think she's assuming that she's the one that killed Adrian because that's what Xander and Victor are saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So when
Black
she walked
car.
in and heard that, she was just like, oh. And then while they're like literally my eyes went, but then someone said something. I think Xander said something, and then he went back and finished it, and then whacked it, and another thing. And I was just,
Man.
and poor Maggie was just sitting there like, and I was just like, ooh.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
that's a lot.
After losing Daniel to a drunk driver,
Oh my
did
God.
you
Brought
not
up
give
Daniel?
this any
Yeah.
thought?
And I was like, signs that you truly are playing a gay man is when you have a receipt. and a read.
And you're able to bring it
And
out.
you're able to bring it out
Here
at
it
the
is.
perfect time.
Bring
yeah.
out the memory.
Yeah, that was a good one. My feed is also
Everyone's feed is freezing.
Um,
By the way, engineer whoever we have in there,
Is it-
Steven or
Steven, are you in the booth? Or is anyone in the booth?
Hi, we're in the booth.
Yeah, literally.
Hi.
Hi everyone.
We're trying to get the connection running for everyone, but keep letting us know in the chat and we'll try to fix it on our end.
Perfect.
Okey-doke.
Thank you. So
we'll just keep,
all chat room people, they heard you. Mission accomplished.
They read you.
I felt horrible,
Yes.
but I get why Sonny was so upset.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
I
God.
get
I'd be
it.
the same way.
He lost a year with his husband,
And they almost divorced.
Yes.
and they almost
And you put that on Maggie too.
yeah.
Oh,
And Victor.
yes.
Yeah.
And
And even though like you have to, even though like Sonny is a rational person and he knows if Maggie had known, she would have come forward before. But it's still like
Doesn't change anything.
it doesn't change. Yeah. So his
Doesn't
anger,
change
I feel like his
anything.
anger was justified.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
But-
she did the right thing. She went and got Will out.
Well,
she went
that-
and
yeah.
she turned herself in.
turned herself in.
That's
She
part of AA. It's like accountability, and
Mhm.
yeah.
she expedited Will getting out of jail, and then through the Kiriakis lawyers,
Mhm.
and then Sonny's making arrangements for Ari.
Mhm.
The door closes, and then Will is standing there.
But yeah, I was kind of confused. So,
I get why. Yep, maybe
Ju-
we're thinking the same thing.
Justin? No, probably not.
why?
So-
Why she went to Justin,
No, so
or why she was out?
Justin walks in and Sonny's like,
Oh.
oh my God, you need to sit down. I have something to tell you.
Yes.
So there was never that conversation.
No.
It was just like
It was
the
all
next
implied.
episode.
I wish
The
they had that
conversation was implied.
conversation.
That kind of annoyed me.
No,
Yeah.
because they changed to another day. It was
I
like
know they
day
did.
ended, day began,
And he's
and
back in
everything
his-
had been taken care of in that time.
Yeah.
Like Maggie had turned herself in, gotten
Posted
bail.
bail.
that kind
was
of bothered
looking
me. I wanted.
You
I
want-
wanted
wanted
worse
that
for wear.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I got confused because I thought I skipped an episode.
I did too.
Yeah, so did I.
So I stopped and I went back and I was like 27, 20. Oh.
I did too.
And I was like, oh, so I'm
Yeah.
supposed to put the pieces of the puzzle
And
together.
it's the same thing with Sarah.
Yeah.
You know, her being like, all of a sudden it was the next day in the hospital, and
It was like there was already
it's
there
like,
was already
uh,
there were already events in motion when they picked up on Thursday's
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
So that was a bit
And
a
they-
bit jarring, y'all, but
well,
you know.
they kind of explained it, but I felt like we were still in a state of, what is going on? Did I skip an episode?
Mm-hmm.
Like, did I miss something? Was I looking down at my phone? Did I eat all those pizza rolls? Like, it was all of those thoughts. But they just kind of flash forward. So, so Maggie posted bail, started her apology tour. She went to, well, I mean, that's what she did.
Yeah.
She went to Justin. Justin was getting frustrated, but I feel like he didn't allow himself to go there because it was Maggie. Because he was like, I just can't talk about this right now, Maggie.
And
I
he
was
had other
like,
things going on with Kayla.
With
as
Kayla.
well.
Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
brought
It was
up
too
Kayla.
much.
Yeah.
I think,
From
he
the
said it
edge.
was way too much for him to process everything.
Yeah.
He'll process everything after things settle down. with
Settle
Kayla.
down. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he'll have to deal with processing. Wow, Adrian's death on top of losing Kayla because he will.
Was she? Oh. Well, we
You
don't know yet.
I don't know.
I don't think he's good.
Well, she got. Well, that's another storyline, but
Yeah.
anyway. But Sarah was blaming Xander.
Yes.
You know,
Oh,
there was
gosh.
that conversation.
Yes.
But
But
I'm glad he didn't back
wasn't,
down.
But it wasn't, and yeah, he defended himself like, I'm protecting your mother. And I thought it was like, she didn't like leave him or anything. She's just mad at him for lying.
Yeah.
Like,
Well-
and you know, you would expect Sarah to be like, F you, I'm done. But she
Right.
didn't. She's
No.
just kind of,
she loves
but I think it's because
Yeah.
she knows that he's well, he's her lobster, first of all. But then second of all, that his intentions in some ways were not completely malicious.
Yeah.
But she did say this has to be the last lie.
Oh, well, yeah.
And he said, I
Well, that's like
And
promise.
technically,
you know what?
like
Do you
going
notice-
forward.
Do you notice the juxtaposition though between like Sarah and Xander and Maggie and Victor? Because Maggie and Victor have had that conversation. Like, this is the last time, Victor.
Yeah.
Don't do this again. And he's like,
Totally.
okay, Maggie.
Yes.
And now
And she
Xander
kept-
and Sarah
yeah.
are like, their relationships kind of parallel.
Yes.
So true.
Yeah. But I just, so
That's what I
they
call
keep
smart
saying Victor's health. Victor, this whole scenario is not good for Victor's health. They
Oh, well,
keep
yeah, and
saying
then-
that Maggie, she's not going to be able to survive this. So if Summer was part of this in
Mm-hmm.
any shape or form, that needs to come out before something bad happens to Victor health-wise
and-
or
I agree.
Maggie.
And you heard Sonny when he was talking to Will, like I guess in the day jump, there was a health scare with Victor that
Yeah.
we didn't
Did he
see.
have
It
another
was just
stroke? He's
mentioned.
like,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
but
So,
they're watching
to your
him.
point, yeah.
Like,
And
I
then-
can't.
We need Victor on.
Well,
we, need,
yeah.
we need Victor there pulling his shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yes. And then of course the reuniting of Wilson.
Yes.
Um,
The moment in the doorway. That actually took me by
That
surprise.
was cute.
I was like,
I
I
don't know. It was kind of like, so all these emotions that you've had for the past year, they just
they're just gone. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I know their love was always still there for each other, but like, well, maybe okay. It was maybe it could go away that quickly because it's like a sigh of relief, like, oh my God, you didn't do it,
Well, and I think
and
that
then the heart grows.
I think they were doing all this even like against what they really wanted. They
Yeah.
didn't want to break up, but
Yeah.
they were going through the motions anyway.
Yeah,
And so maybe that's why it was so easy for them to let those emotions go, like the separation. They
and
were
even
letting
the
the separation
Evan
go.
stuff
Give-
to let go of that whole thing
But did
so
they-
quickly.
well, I feel like they were in the beginning stages, and he and
But they slept with each other.
It wasn't. It
I mean,
it
it's
was
not like there was
implied that
just
they
a
banged.
kid-
Yeah.
Yeah.
But listen, that could just be out of a whole year of not getting any, and then somebody.
Well, and there is like the gay community has different standards.
There's a
not it's not a bad thing.
no.
It's not a bad thing, but
Right.
It's just
You
a
bang
hurdle
somebody,
that you
you
just
know.
get over it.
I was expecting to
certain
see a
extent.
little bit more of a triangle once Will got released
Mhm.
Yeah.
because I was thinking Freddie, Evan. I wasn't expecting Freddie to let go of Evan that quickly, which Evan later on will discuss didn't take that very well.
Yeah.
Well, but I also feel like Sonny wasn't in it that much with Evan because he
No.
still had feelings to sort out with Will.
Yeah.
So he was allowing himself to maybe possibly go there, but didn't fully go there. He had some fun, but he didn't have like fun where
And
he was like, oh my God, I'm in
emotional,
love with him and I
Yeah.
want to marry him.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
think I just would have preferred just like Lonnie and Eli, where he didn't just run back into her arms. There
Yeah.
was like a little bit of time to process everything.
Yeah.
I would have liked that with
Yeah.
Sonny and Will.
and
Just
he
like-
needed his grandma and his mama to push
Yeah.
him.
To really talk him
Yeah.
into it.
just like another episode or another week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I guess Sonny could come back saying, well, you knew about this, but yet you're still, in my mind, I'm thinking you still want to go through the divorce. So with him, he could have some questions like, I understand that you wanted to protect Maggie, and I really appreciate that, and I love that. But, and Will, he did say, he did hold off on the divorce papers, but it
They got
wasn't clear.
lost.
Yeah, they got lost.
Confiscated or
But
whatever that was.
it wasn't clear to Sonny
Yeah.
because in his mind, he's thinking, oh, we're still going through with this.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the only
Definitely.
thing.
Me World 2 said the only.
What?
Were you reading the same thing? Me World said the only gay man I see on days was Leo. Wilson, Paul, and Crazy Christian Chocolate are too straight for me.
That is hysterical.
Well, throughout the years, we have given tips to everyone on how to play gay.
So can I just tell you when we went to go see the After Forever season 2, the screening, and the scenes with them kissing,
Yeah.
I leaned over to Michael and I said, "This is how two men.
Well, yeah.
This is what it looks like.
Yeah.
and it doesn't look like that.
Well, we
on
said
days.
we said that in the beginning, and I mean this is no offense to the work of
Not at all.
Chandler Guy,
There's a
and Christopher
difference,
Sean, and
though.
everything, but it's one of those things where it's like, you have to be comfortable with just going there, and
you go.
and they eventually got there, but in the beginning it looked like two bros who like got dared to like kiss on the lips. They were just like,
Like a
and I
Sean
was
Cody
I was
video.
like, they don't know about that.
Oh, you and I do. It's fine.
True.
No, okay, so
But there's like an embrace.
The most passionate guy-on-guy kiss I've seen on Days of Our Lives was Christopher Sean and Guy Wilson. When Will and... what was his name? Paul first slept together.
Oh.
Like the beginnings of it. I was like, ooh, because Chris like grabbed him and like pulled him in, and I was like, oh. Mm-hmm. And that sticks in my brain. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So maybe they were able to kind of let go and...
Yeah, I think it just took some time.
Yeah.
For
Marlon Wallace, the sex scene between Guy Wilson and Christopher Sean
was the hottest thing ever on the show.
Right, there you go. Marlon and I have similar taste in our guy-on-guy action.
There
That's
you go.
Great.
Oh, J Squared jumped in and said, "My bros kiss with more passion." Dang, y'all. dang. Okay, that's it with that storyline, right?
Yep.
All right, let's move it right along before we get into more passionate kissing. Eric, Sarah, Gabby, Chad, and Stephen O.
Okay, so sorry with this one. Last week I made a comment about how Gabby had kind of backed herself into a corner, and I really could not think of a way that Gabby could get herself out of this. And then, bam! On Monday, Gabby's the bone. I did not see that coming.
I didn't either. I literally thought it was gonna be, oh my god, I can't believe it's Tate. Mm-hmm. And then it was still a secret until like Sarah walked in and was like, well, the person who's a match is in here. And Sonny said something like, oh,
me?
Is it me? It's like, no, her. And then I love Gabby because that click went, well, number one.
Yeah, the wheels immediately.
Because they were like, oh, we got to get you going. We got it. And she was like, wait.
She's like, hold up a minute.
I haven't said yes
I
yet.
do it. Yeah.
And then it was like, I'll only do it if all the charges are dropped. And I was like...
And then Sarah lunges at her.
Oh, Sarah
was
You knew Sarah wasn't going to just sit there and be like,
lunging toward her, grabbing scissors.
I love how she grabs it. I'm going to get the bone marrow out of her.
Oh, my God.
I want to know how Lindsay Godfrey, because, you know, there's some days I wake up and go to work and it is a struggle to put on that face. You know what I mean? But she... without hesitation, just brings 1,010%.
Yeah.
And I want to know what she puts in her coffee or how she gets that way, because I need some of whatever it is.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've met Lindsay from afar. Like when we were at the daytime Emmys in her beautiful red dress, she walked by and I went, Lindsay! And she just went, but it was more like, Lindsay, come talk to us. But it was like she thought I was just saying hi, so she just kind of like kept going.
Lindsay, next time that means come over and
that
have a chat with us.
But just judging by her Twitter response.
Oh my God, she's awesome.
She's a fire. So I think she puts that into Sarah Horton, which I love that side when she was just like, you know what, that little bitch, I will rip that whole marrow off myself. Like that
was awesome.
But I also think mixed with her fieriness plus her being a mother, like her whole mindset is like, you have the ability to save my child, and now you are sitting here being selfish. I will rip your face off. I will cut your finger, take the bone marrow that I need, and throw the finger back at you. That's how she was coming across, and I was like, I like you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
She's got to be fun to write for.
Yeah, I bet.
Like whoever writes her dialogue has got to be like, ooh, like it's got to be fun.
Or I wonder if
Sarah lunges.
Or I wonder if they just go, let Lindsay play.
Yeah.
Maybe they just like the setup and like
fill in the blank.
They just go and
go.
And they just sit
You know
there.
what? I think that's probably more. Absolutely.
She goes into the writer's room. Why is this section blank? Don't worry about it.
Like you got it.
You'll figure it out, girl. You'll figure it out when you get there. But I felt like that was smart on Gabby's part, because Gabby, this is also something I thought about too, because this is now the second time it's happened. Gabby's going through a lot, and everyone's coming to her and being like, but I need you to do this. You know what I mean? Because it happened when Stefan died. And everyone was like, oh, we need Stefan's heart. And it's like, but the love of her life just died. Like, give her a second to like process that. And
but this go around,
but still,
it was her own doing.
Yes, it was her own doing. However, we have seen people do far worse and not have to go through what Gabby has gone through. Like, I'm not justifying
Like
what
Sammy.
she's doing.
Well, Sammy spent time in jail, I guess, but
And almost died.
true.
But it's Sammy. Sammy.
Sammy, we expect that. We'd be
Sammy.
disappointed.
But it's like with Gabby, she's having this moment now. Yes, it's caused by her, but like, think again. Her world is crumbling down again. She's being faulted for deciding to play karma, which everyone in Salem plays karma.
Yeah.
But she got caught. Now she's possibly going back to jail for 10 years. Then there's Ari, like poor little Ari,
The daughter, yeah.
and she's like, for some reason I feel like I stepped in her shoes and thinking like, why does this happen to me? You know what I mean? Like no one understands where I'm coming from. But I was sitting on my couch, in the little nook, and I was like, girl, I feel you. And so when she was decided to be selfish, to be like, I'm gonna get myself out of this because I gotta go home to my daughter. She was like, guess what? You can have all the marrow you want, long them charges are dropped.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can't, in a way, you can't, like, okay, it's kind of wrong.
It is
but
wrong.
can you
Kind
blame her?
of?
Can you blame her? She needs to, yeah.
It's
She wasn't
despicable.
She wasn't gonna sit there
What
and be
what
like,
did Abe say? Reprehensible.
no.
So what was she supposed to do? Not give the bone marrow and go to prison?
I'm gonna tell you what she wasn't gonna do. She wasn't gonna sit there and be like, my last heroic thing that I'm gonna do before I haul off to jail for 10 years, I'm gonna give you my bone marrow. Then I can go. Thank you, everyone. No, I would have done that too. I would have said, hey, you want this? You better get me off of jail for 10 years, because I ain't going. I got things to do
Well,
outside.
when you look at it, Xander got himself immunity. Kristen got
Yep.
herself immunity by
Yep.
various means. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then when she, Gabby got home and got on the couch.
So good to be home.
Oh yeah.
Oh. One of my favorite moments was Billy, Chad, and when he went to see Gabby, and he's like, I brought you a cupcake.
Oh my
And
living
then,
word. He was
he
so
takes,
great.
and then in the next scene, he takes the cupcake away. In the next scene, it starts, and he's eating the rest of the cupcake, like he ate it in front of her. And I was like, that's amazing. That's great. I
That's
loved
awesome.
that. Those
Yeah.
little nuances, and
Yeah.
I liked their scene together where he fired her.
Oh, yeah.
And then she threw it back and kind of gave him. They just sparring back and forth.
Yeah.
They're
and then,
so good.
But I really wish, I don't know why I'm going to come across as so Team Gabby. I really wish that she could have that she didn't do what she did and she was running Demira for a little bit.
I feel like she's gonna get back into Demira somehow.
Oh, no.
Not with Steven
not
around.
that scene.
Oh, no.
yeah,
was
there's
that
that.
the first time she literally called him Steven-O?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So has that term been used on the show before?
No, I
don't
don't
No,
think so.
okay,
No.
I laughed
I
out
was
loud.
wondering too. I was like, because we call him Steven.
Yeah,
now.
well, that's
Yeah, but
So-
She
you
just
know-
was like, and she just wasn't. Whenever she was, I forgot the line. I should have written it down. But the way she was describing what was going on with him, it's like your essence
Like
is
your
in his body.
essence
Like
or
she
whatever,
was just,
yeah.
like she was just playing it off so nonchalantly, like
Yeah.
it was ridiculous, but it was happening. But she knew it was happening, but it was ridiculous.
See,
Yeah.
It was fun.
I want Steven-O to put her in her place, and he did.
Yeah.
But I want him to
Do
even
not
take
cross
it further.
me.
Yeah.
But Gabby was not scared. Like when
No.
when he popped out, she was just like, "Oh,
He's crazy.
Stephen-O,
He's
look at you."
crazy.
Yeah.
That old man's crazy.
I love it when he gets his loud voice.
That's so great.
It's like,
It's very.
Yes,
It's,
shit.
if you
it's
want to
very
join the
much
love
like
of your
Stefano.
life,
Yeah.
you better not cross
and Chad
me.
hung the portrait of the real Stefano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that
Back
a
up.
new secret passage?
Okay, let's
can-
talk about this
I'm
set for a moment,
confused now.
because they were asking us
They've had
what that room is supposed to be.
Isn't it the study?
Yes, but they use it whenever, and I figured it out. Whenever they need room for a new set, the Demira, the big living room, gets taken down, and this gets used as kind of like a substitute Demira living room because it's a smaller set.
But I feel like they've used it before because
They have.
that's where when Joe was alive, and I feel like he was in that room doing a little bit of conducting.
He was,
not?
and I think that's the room where Hope. It may or may not have been the
Oh,
room
where
where
she
Hope
shot
him?
Yeah,
So that's
Yeah.
not the same room?
It is.
it's the same. Okay, so there's two Demira sets, and they only have one up at a time.
Mhm.
The study and the living room / foyer with the entrance.
Oh.
So now I figured out they needed room for another set, and they did this. I think that's the reason they used that study set before, and then maybe they had space, so they put up the new set.
Wow, I thought it was the other set, and this was like a new passageway. You know, because usually they go under the desk, and then that.
Oh, that's downstairs. That's
Oh yeah, that one is downstairs.
But and that one goes down to the secret room.
Right.
The wine cellar.
Yeah. This one, because you know there's got to be secret passages all throughout the house. You know,
I want a house like that. I so want a house like that. Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I do. I want like secret passages.
Because it only takes one person to figure something out. Next thing you know, you try to use your secret passage, and there's like 5 homeless people just sitting there asleep. And you ain't know. You ain't know. Nope. But the only place that needs secret passages is IKEA. So that way you don't have to go through the whole store in order to get to the one part you need to get to.
They have the shortcuts.
They don't have enough for me.
I just don't go. I can't deal with that.
Well, I mean,
I got the one down, the old one in Burbank. I got that one down. I knew where everything was. I could be in and out of there in 5 minutes. This new behemoth they have over in
lost. You got to walk through the whole store in order to get to one part.
I'll go to Home Depot.
Going back to days. What I was confused about was the drugging of Chad.
Yeah, what's that plan about?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was just going to knock him out, but it seems more of a long-term kind of thing. He's getting headaches. He's
not sleeping well.
No.
Having weird dreams.
Yeah,
having weird dreams.
It wouldn't be where he's trying to like make Chad forget, but because everyone knows now.
Yeah.
Unless him and Rolf are thinking about doing something to Chad.
Is he drinking
under some kind of control?
I don't understand why Stephen-O wouldn't want to work with Chad to get Gabby out of there. Why would he be doing this?
He's going. Yeah, he's still going against Chad.
Yeah,
like they're on 2 opposite teams.
Yeah.
One thing we always know about Steph, he's got a plan.
I know.
Yeah.
We may not know what it is, but he got a plan.
Me World 2 said, that secret passage ain't no secret no more. Rolf used it, Lana used it, Gabby saw Stephen-O go through it.
Yeah,
Call
true.
Home Renovation and lock that set, please. So I was thinking the same thing New World is. Is he drinking the essence of somebody?
Oh, Lord. I know, it's a microchip.
It's now in drink form. Maybe Rolf put it in liquid.
It's a microchip. It's
Yeah.
not just a liquid thing.
Hoping not, because they were doing kind of, different form, but with Hope, we kind of knew it was coming. I was like, don't do anything to Chad.
So if Stephen-O's got a chip in his head, then that means Hope's got a chip
Hope
in
Gina.
her.
Yes.
But remember, she was having neck issues, so he must go in through the neck.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Because we always thought the chip was in the neck
procedure
somehow.
of extracting that chip and everything should be fine.
Side note, little off topic, but whatever, we do it anyway. I went and saw Billy's play.
Yeah.
Disposable Necessities. And what I thought was so funny was that it was very similar to the whole Stephen-O storyline.
Oh, really?
Well, except in the play, you basically can live forever. And your memories and the essence of you is downloaded, and you can upload it into, they called it a different module, which is definitely a different body. So I'm watching it and I'm like, this is just like what they did to Stefano and Patch. It's exactly. And Billy played Alice, but in the form of a man.
Oh.
So like Alice, I guess Alice had, because right when the play started, when he comes in, he's obviously a woman because he says honey, and then a guy walks out and you're like, oh, you're playing a girl, which he did a fantastic job. But it was like she was like in business and decided to pick out a male module so that way she can go to the business world and like rule it.
Easier,
but but it was Billy. Shout out to Billy Flynn. He did a fantastic job in the play. I was very happy for him, very proud of him. And then he tried to say that he like used some of my ism. Okay. Anyway, back to days. That was it with that storyline, right?
I think so. Yeah. So Chad's drugged. or Chad
Is
being drugged.
being drugged, but we don't know why.
Yeah.
And Abe was the one that
Talk to the DA.
yes, about getting Gabby off.
Ooh,
so
that scene was good. The
I
tension
did
between
laugh.
those two.
I did
between
laugh
Gabby
when
and
Abe,
Abe.
yeah.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
did laugh when Abe said to Eric and Sarah, you know, the DA is not someone you tell what to do. Because I could see it. He's so good. Like, yeah.
And what did Sarah say? She said something.
Oh, can't you just fire him
Yeah.
and then
Fire
hire a
him?
DA? I was laughing out loud.
She was not having it.
No, it's called ethics.
All right, let's move on to some sin beneath
Man.
my
I
sin.
loved Sierra's outfit. The
I liked her
cami.
hair.
Yeah,
Her
everything.
hair. I love
And the
Yeah.
t-shirt and cami pants.
Yeah.
And her, oh my
Comfort.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She looked awesome.
it was really cute.
Victoria, gorgeous.
I loved when I didn't love when Ben arrived back to jail, but I just liked his entrance back into jail. I was like, okay, and then. So I had a couple thoughts
Yes.
because one, they decided to execute him real quick. They were just like, "You back? You got a few hours. Here's your last
Yeah.
meal." But then I thought I have very strange thoughts watching Days. Like, what if you're on death row, right, and it's your last meal, but you can't really enjoy it because you finna die.
I know. Like, what's
So
the
it's like-
point? Really?
So
You
like,
know?
can I have my last meal like I don't like my favorites like the day before, so that way maybe I can enjoy it. You know what I mean? Because they brought in like pizza and wings,
Yeah.
and I was like, first of all, I was like, man, that looks good.
Good.
None
Yep.
on the fried
Yeah.
chicken.
I was like, where did actually? And then I thought,
Went to
what?
Shakey's Pizza and Fried Chicken. Wonder if you have some Mojo potatoes too.
Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, because they did have wings too. Or maybe it was like Pizza Hut and they put it in a different box. I don't know. And then I thought, what would my last meal be? And I was like, I think it would look something like Thanksgiving. Like I want fried chicken and candied yams and collard greens and cornbread and macaroni and cheese and sweet potato
I'd
salad.
want fried chicken and a martini. Do you think they'd give you a cocktail?
Sure, why not?
They should.
I don't see why not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd want to.
I like
Just
honey baked
cocktail.
ham. Honey baked
Ooh,
ham.
yeah, I want that too.
And Moscato wine.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Michael Mann is about to have a
I'm just
But
like,
I'd want
I'm-
the fried chicken from the Polo Lounge. Because their fried chicken
Okay.
that they serve on, I think it's Tuesday nights, is the best fried chicken ever.
Well,
I
you-
would want
You better hope you dine on a Tuesday.
I would want delivery Cracker Barrel with
Ooh.
the Sunday fried
Oh,
chicken,
yeah.
the Sunday
Ooh.
which is now like all week,
Mhm.
but the fried chicken and the
Corn.
macaroni and cheese and some peach tea with maybe a little vodka in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm so hungry.
And a pizza. And
Ooh.
a pizza from Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
I would just go like
All out.
yeah.
Yeah.
If I could have anything, yeah.
It'd be like a buffet.
I would make it the mess.
Shrimp cocktail would be
It's
good.
gonna be messy afterwards
I love
though.
shrimp
That
cocktail.
execution.
Me too.
With sourdough bread.
Mm.
I'm so
Oh,
hungry right now.
in the comments, tell us what your last meal would be. Not
so
that we're wishing that
morbid.
upon you.
What a morbid conversation.
but what would you order? Okay, so a lot happened with this storyline.
Man.
So I liked that they had Clyde come in and just be a father.
That was so
Yes.
nice. He got all emotional with him.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Two together.
I liked that when Will came back, he was like, Sonny was like, we got a few hours to kill. And Will was like, I'd love to, but I got to go back to Statesville. I'm like, bitch, you about to, like, did you forget to get stuff? Like, like once you leave jail, like, you know,
What? Yeah.
you collect everything. You do that last look back to make sure you got everything because you ain't coming back.
Mm-hmm.
But then he mentioned Ben's execution, and he was like, you know what? Oddly, throughout all this, we've become friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, thank you for that explanation, because people have been like, I don't understand how Will can be all about Ben. He tried
And
to
he
kill
said,
him.
I'm
kill
gonna
him,
miss
blah, blah,
you.
blah.
Yeah, they had that.
Before he
They had the
left.
bro hug
He says
last week or the week
it's
before.
strange to say that. I'm
And
gonna
then
miss
yeah,
you.
like it's strange that I'm gonna miss. So
Yeah.
they forged
A friendship.
a legitimate platonic
unusual,
friendship.
unlikely,
Yeah,
but very sweet.
and soon
Yeah.
Ben's gonna get out,
Friendship.
and maybe they can continue the
Yeah.
friendship after.
But I'm loving Sierra's sleuthing abilities.
She is.
I mean, if
She
not for
definitely
her,
takes after
I
Boho.
like
Yeah.
Rafe got so he was like, fine, you can talk to. I'll tell the FBI to talk to. Tell him whatever you want. Just
just-
leave me alone.
yeah,
And he was out.
Just say your name and you're fine.
Yeah.
And but well, it kind of goes next storyline. But when she figures out Christian Mattis,
Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah.
First of all, when they were like, his real name is Christian Maddox, I was like, oh, so good name.
What was your comment, Michael?
Does that sound like a gay porn star's name?
I thought that too. I thought that too.
I was like, wait, isn't that?
Yeah.
Mm.
Did you do a search?
I googled it, yeah. I came up dry.
Ah!
Wow.
So I cannot with Michael Mattis today with all the porn references. John Cody,
double entendres.
so many double entendres. But okay, so finally, like that unraveled, and I will say this: I'm actually glad that there's some sustenance to Evan because
now he finally
like, he's just been the nanny.
He's been Evan.
Evan
Came from-
Vanilla.
came
Well,
from-
as Chelsea's
where'd
been
she come
saying
from?
for months now, he's definitely got chocolate in him.
Huge chocolate, double chocolate this week.
So
Y'all are really trying to make this chocolate thing happen.
you.
I saw it and I was just like, okay. But I didn't realize we was gonna keep it going. I was like, y'all are really trying to make fetch happen right now. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
they're the one on days I said he loves hot cocoa. It's his specialty.
Well,
right?
I mean, obviously not, because had Terrence came in sashaying through Horton Town Square, then maybe Evan could have had a nice grande of hot chocolate. All right. I have no idea what they put in this water.
Word. I don't know.
But so finally, like everything was put together. Because the other thing that I was wondering was, why didn't Evan just call the background people himself and be like, "Hello, I'm Rafe." You know, like, you know,
The welfare people?
yeah.
And speaking of calling, who did he make that phone call to? I need your help.
Oh, I don't know.
We don't know that, right?
No.
So
Okay.
somebody,
Blood relationship.
I don't-
That's right.
I don't know.
I
We
wouldn't
don't know?
want that. I hope not.
It could be someone we don't know. Or it could be someone we do know.
Someone new.
I loved Marlena and Ben.
Oh,
Oh gosh.
that was
I
such a
know
cute moment.
you're not a fan of Dr. Marlena
And
Evans
Robert
/
Scott
Deidre,
Wilson.
but
Those
Thank you, Tami.
scenes.
I really loved it. You know?
Yes.
Loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Can we pause for a second and acknowledge the fact that we have 225 people watching
Yes.
us live?
225! Thank you.
We hope y'all keep tuning in. Tell a friend. All right, so I love that.
Talk about gay porn and boom.
And
Right.
boom.
They just
The
come in
numbers
droves.
just skyrocket.
Together was that the evidence, because we all know Ben's innocent. He
Yeah.
didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But that pizza
They're not
looks
gonna kill
so
Ben.
good though.
They may do like they start the injection and then
Okay, if it's
he
like
almost
okay,
dies
if it's like
and Dr. Rolf has to come in
If
because
they're
there's
gonna-
a spark of life. I don't know.
We talked about this a couple of weeks ago that this lethal injection is reminding us like Sammy when she was laying there.
she got two of the things in.
Yep, and it was doom,
See?
and it was doom, and then Lucas came in. Sammy!
Oh my God! Stop.
He's with him, then that's how they can maybe stop it
Well,
somehow.
okay, so we missed something.
That
so
part.
yeah, so Rafe confronts Evan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Evan's like, okay, I'm gonna go pack my stuff, and I was like, he's gonna take that baby.
I didn't even think about
then
that.
Rafe goes and checks on David.
No, Sierra comes
Sierra
in.
runs
Oh,
over.
Sierra runs in.
His
Okay.
name is Christian Maddox.
Yeah.
Wait, did you just say Christian Maddox? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
first of all, when she came in to tell Rafe what she found out, I was like, "Ooh, you are talking loud. He in the other room. Why are you so loud?"
I
But
was
she
waiting
didn't
for
know.
him to come around the corner with a gun,
gun.
and hold them hostage.
Yeah.
Waiting for
I
it.
was
Well,
waiting for
she
that.
didn't know. So
Well, you know what we didn't know? That Christian had hightailed it out of there with
Yeah,
David.
climbed out a window or something.
Then he goes to see Sonny.
Why?
Which everyone is wondering where the baby at.
Yeah,
It's
they
in
just
the
leave him in the car. That's horrible.
know. Look-
Don't leave a baby in a car.
Well,
You
of
also
course-
don't use a
Unless
baby
it's
as
with
leverage to get
the
out of
person
jail.
that
so.
he called. Hey, I need your help.
oh, maybe.
So
yeah.
baby David's with that person, which rules out
Okay.
Clyde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because also, I mean, who
That's
else could he
right.
give the baby to? He the babysitter.
Gabby.
Why did you choose? That was hysterical. when Rafe said, "But why did you choose a job where you're dealing with kids?" Well, I sucked at everything else.
But I'm great with kids.
Yeah.
I want to go.
Hostage. Oh,
well, yeah, but why?
Well, because-
why can't he just get out of town?
well, maybe he needs Sunny so that way no one comes out. I don't know.
He needs some Kyriakis money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He needs some of that 10 million.
Well, there's
top.
nothing left after Stephen-O
The 10
drained the
$10
bank
million.
account.
Oh my gosh.
Like, are you kidding?
Well, okay.
And my queen.
You know what I thought? I was like, I wanted to be like, Stefano, you've been after Marlena for 50 years. And she has never
It's
once.
called obsession.
She has never once shown any interest in you, like at all. Like the
It
best.
just feeds the obsession.
The best that you can do now is have Dr. Rolf build a microchip and put it in her brain to make her think she love you.
Yeah. But then
Next.
it wouldn't be real.
Okay, so then it ends with Evan coming over.
Christian.
Evan Christian Maddox coming in, seeing Will.
Sunny.
Sunny. Will's at the jail.
We'll left.
What?
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, no. Well, first when he first walked in, he sees Will.
There was
Right.
both of them.
And
yeah.
Will kind of bucked
Okay.
up to him like, "What you doing here?
Yeah.
It's my man. I'm
Yeah.
back." But then Will left, and then Sonny and Evan were kind of talking because they had Will and Sonny had just discussed about like if he had broken up with them, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Not yet." And so Sonny thought, "Oh, okay, well, this is kind of perfect timing." But Evan Christian Maddox is like, and I'm just like,
I'm really sorry too.
like, what you gonna
Sonny
do with
said,
that?
I'm just really sorry. It's like, I'm really sorry too.
Yeah.
That was.
But the
cool.
rest of
was
that's
a cool
going
moment.
it's going to have to play out next week because I'm all confused. There's some there's a total confusion. There's some holes in this story. Like y'all asking, like, why did he come over there? Where's baby David? Is Will going to come in? Like, there's a lot.
Yeah.
And how do all these people keep getting through the Kiriakis mansion with all these
They
like
just walk
guns
in.
and
Henderson
stuff?
must be on a permanent break.
Who's Harold? He's at the
Harold's
Harold
at the
is
Mayor Mansion.
The Mayor
Oh,
Mansion.
right.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's take a little break
Yep.
and talk about some news.
Well, we just want to say
Business.
Business, yeah. We just wanted to say thank you for making AfterBuzz the ESPN of TV talk. But we need your help. Like if you're on YouTube right now, hit the thumbs up button, like us, and subscribe to our channels. If you're listening on the iTunes or Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star rating. And like Tony said earlier, make a comment. Tell us how much you like us. Like us, love us, want more of us.
Of us.
That's it.
That's it. 2 years, finally got it. No matter where you are or how you're watching or listening, please leave us a comment so you can get involved with the conversation. Don't forget to tell all your friends and keep enjoying all of our shows.
And thank you, 225. How many? 218. Where did
218
those people
now.
go?
What
I think
Where
some
those people go?
some people have
Those
some
seven people.
freezes
Well,
happening.
some people were
7 people left
Oh.
Yeah, and some people were cooking and making their dinner, so
for fried chicken.
maybe they went and checked on their baked ziti
I think
or
we got
whatever.
people hungry talking about all that food.
They got me hungry.
Some people are saying that it's frozen and the video's looping, so I think there's some some technical difficulties. Almost had something else. Thought I was in a different place. But okay, yeah. We have not talked about Ilani. That's coming up. Yeah, someone said there's lots of freezing going on in the channel, but 216 people are still going strong.
Yeah.
John Del Rey said Mark's last meal request would be Billy.
Wow. Can't argue that.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. All right.
Cannot argue that.
Let's keep the days train moving right along. We
The
have
Days Train. That's
I love
awesome.
it.
Eli, Lonnie.
You're so funny.
Well, she's talented. Eli, Lonnie, Valerie, Julie, and Abe.
Wow, Eli and Lonnie.
Yay,
Dang.
they
That
get reunited.
That was-
reunited
that
scene
was
was like, wow.
They were glistening and everything.
Yeah.
People had a problem with that scene. Like I saw a post somewhere, and someone had like taken a photo of when Eli like picked up Lonnie, and so he was kind of like picking her up, but
Yeah.
when you pick someone up, like both the legs are here,
Yeah.
and they were just like, that's too much, and I'm
No,
like,
it's not.
I'm like, wait a
Give
minute.
me a break.
I'm like, do we not remember the arch in like Sierra's
Hello.
back and like
And what happened with Eli and Lonnie was, what happened with Ben and Sierra was tame compared to the scene with Eli.
and then cut to Eric and Nicole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now listen, Look,
I forgot about that spreading.
we're living in different times now where like they don't just like, you know, kiss and then fall back in bed, or like they come out the shower and they kiss and then it goes down to their feet and the towel drops. You know,
right, yeah,
like
I
they
remember
don't, you know,
that.
they don't do that no more. Like now, you know, I feel like we on the journey with them. I had to pause the TV just for a second and just thank the Lord above for all the muscalies that Lamone had,
When he
and the
put that shirt, yeah.
and the tattoos.
Oh yeah, that dragon is something else.
All of that. Like I just took a moment and I said, "Dear God,
He's beautiful.
thank you to you for creating Lamone and his musassos and the tattoo artist who did it so perfectly. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. In Jesus' name, we all pray.
You
The
are
Lord,
something
amen.
else. Oh my god.
Amen. But that love scene too.
It was great.
Oh, it
Yeah.
was awesome.
Man.
But I
And
mean,
they-
that is
But he
how
was
like
so annoying. He's like, you know, can I just say something? Like, no, shut up.
she's like, just shut up.
Shut up. What do you need to say right now?
They don't need to talk.
Yeah, no. I
And
just
they- and
wanted
let
to
me-
say he didn't need to say the whole "I love you." Like,
Mm-mm.
she got it. She gets it. It's nice, but
Good.
shut up.
Oh, Haywood said, don't forget Sal. Sal was great.
She looked good.
She does, but she's so beautiful. Like when she opened the door and the light like hit her
She's
face just
gorgeous.
right. She was
She is
gorgeous.
so
But I
beautiful.
mean, but yes, I had to pause and moan.
Moan, moan, moan.
Someone said, "Calm down, Tony. Listen, I'm okay. We just had a moment of thankfulness. I was thankful.
Gratitude. There's always room
Gratitude.
for gratitude.
Yes, there's definitely room for gratitude. I thought the scene was great. I thought it expressed the love and the connection that they had after all of this.
Angst
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it was great. And I'm glad that, like someone said earlier, that Eli had that moment to just really sort through everything the past year that happened, you know, and had Valerie and Julie there to kind of be like, snap
Legend.
out of
And
it.
I think it was Valerie. I think it was his mom who
Yeah.
said, you know, Eli, you excel in a lot of areas, but when it comes to relationships,
It's the
you're,
women. Yeah.
you know, you're not an authority on women. And it's so awesome having people in your life that can be
That was a
real
very
with
mom
you.
moment.
Yeah.
Real.
It's like, you got a lot going on for you, but in this area, baby, listen to me.
You're slacking.
Yeah.
We need to help you up a little
Yeah.
bit.
Let me tell you about these people in the chat room.
Cherie,
Out
are
of
you
control.
talking about Cherie?
Yes, Cherie said Lonnie didn't forget the ride even after being a nun.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Odessa said Lonnie went to the convent. She needed it. I can't with y'all. I cannot. I can't.
Oh, chat room.
Okay.
I love our people.
Yep.
But yeah, I thought I'm glad to see the reuniting of Lonnie and Eli.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Agreed.
And it wasn't bad
Power
at all.
couple.
You know, and one thing really quick about Will and Sunny, it kind of annoyed me that they had 2 seconds of being reunited and then Evan Christian Maddox comes in with the guns. Like, we don't even get
That's
half
that's
the
been par for the
episode.
course with that couple.
With that
Anytime they get back
couple.
together, somebody or something comes in to
Yeah.
break them
Yeah.
up. Last time it was
I
Leo.
wanted more time
Oh,
with
Yeah.
more Leo. I miss Leo.
I know.
so miss
Hey,
Leo
Greg Ricard.
so much.
Yeah.
Oh, he had a
There's
birthday.
no
He did.
words.
Happy belated birthday, Greg. What else?
Xander and Leo were just gold.
Mm-hmm.
Just gold.
I'm not reading that comment. Y'all are. Let me get out of the chat room
Get
for
out
a
of the
second.
chat room. It's dangerous place to. What? Oh, you have to tell me after.
Oh, here I'll point
let me
it.
read
I'll
it,
point
yeah.
it to you. Well,
Yes, point.
right there.
Wow.
You gotta love the folks in the chat. Thank you to all 230 people now. Thank
Nice.
y'all so much. All right, so let's move on.
Yeah.
Stephen
my
O,
living
Kayla,
word.
and Justin. Lord, listen. First of all, I was like, when Dr. Rolf was telling Kayla about what happened, I feel like everyone is like, okay, Patch is Stefano now, except Kayla, who's still kind of like, what?
Yeah, and then keeps calling him Steve when she thinks
Well,
it's
she
him.
just
Yeah.
refuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that,
To
I feel like
believe it.
in Kayla's mind, yeah, it's still Steve.
I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
It could have been a distraction. As I was like, thank God somebody is finally using their ability of being kidnapped all the time to use, because she was just like,
Just keeping him in
just
conversation
like,
while she's
ooh, show me your book
detangling
with all the
herself.
stuff in it.
Feeding
Like complimenting
his
him,
ego.
feeding his ego.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I want to know the medical terms of how
Yeah.
this can happen.
Because you just have this knack for coming up with these
Mm-hmm.
groundbreaking
You're so
technologies.
smart.
You're so smart.
Oh, you're so smart and so smart.
I was expecting her to like, when he did that, I was expecting her to be like,
Like,
whoa,
gunk.
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
slap in the face,
yeah.
yeah.
but she didn't.
With his little notebook. Somebody needs to steal that notebook and just take the chip out of the brain.
I
and
thought
it'll be
maybe
fine.
if she would remember anything, where she could try to reverse
Yeah.
it.
Well, that notebook always goes missing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, he had a new
He's
book.
so old school.
I know the
Yes.
notebook wasn't as big. It was like a little.
It was this little
It was
pocket.
a
Just a
pocket.
little,
It was
just
a little pocket.
Yeah.
little
Pocket
teeny
pad.
tiny. But I'm glad that. Well, first of all, we already mentioned it earlier. Stephen O needed $10 million. First of all, I was thinking like, how do you go someone and say, "Yo, bruh, I just came back, new body, can't access my money. Can you loan me like 10 mil?"
Wasn't even low.
The way he was like, okay,
Yeah.
how much? $10 million.
Yeah,
It's like just a matter of
Just
fact,
that
like
number.
$10 million.
It's not even like a couple of $100. Like
No.
it's like 10 like, and then it's in exchange for Kayla and Marlena. I was like, first of all, just drop Marlena. Just get the 10 million and go on and get Kayla and like be on your merry
Well,
way.
Justin basically said to him, like, just take Marlena out of the equation. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now he got $10 million since he can't. But then I was like, shouldn't everybody else, like your kids, have access to your money?
Well, the kids aren't being cooperative.
No.
Remember, he said that.
But Kristen would be cooperative. Chad would be if he got to see you. I
That's
don't
why
know.
he's drugging him. I don't know.
I guess. I don't know.
But
It-
I thought that was a really cool moment when Justin was trying to get through to Steve and saying how
Yeah.
much
No.
his kids need him
No.
and Kayla loves him.
Steve.
And I
No.
thought it was really selfless of Justin to
No.
say, bring up Kayla.
No.
No.
You know what I get tired of is when somebody is not who they are. They then go, "Hey Steve, if you're in there, come on out.
Well, you're
Remember
hoping-
the love. Reach down deep,
Well, when
Steve."
you say it like a robot,
But
then
I'm- but
it's
that-
not going to work.
But that's how they sound. That's why Stephen O was like,
It's like talking to someone
"Oh
in
my
a coma.
God." Well, no.
You're hoping the voice, that something will click, they'll come out of
No.
the coma, and everything will be fine.
No. Stop yelling at these folks.
Stop screaming.
like I don't know. Like
It was funny seeing Stephen O laugh in his face.
Yeah.
grab them and just like maybe shake them and maybe like get the microchip to move or something. Like do something like that instead of like, because they did that with Princess Gina.
We get that back.
Mom, if you're in there, it's like
And
Get
they're looking
that
at
bat
you
that
like,
Sierra
that's
was
not going to
using."
work.
no,
Yeah.
it's not gonna work
Womp
at
him
all.
over the head.
All right. Well, that was your week of days.
Yeah, I think so. That was it.
That was it. And now we're going to go into our segments. Before we go into our segments, someone said that we should take phone calls to celebrate the fact that we have 235 people watching. So we'll take just a couple,
Okay.
just a few.
Sounds good.
236.
Great.
236. I think
Can
since
we
that-
order some fried chicken
I can't have fried chicken right now. It sounds so good.
to celebrate the 236?
Can somebody send pizza rolls?
Postmates some pizza
Something.
rolls.
Oh, yeah. We should
all right.
keep some in the freezer. Okay.
So let's get into our segments. We're going to start with mine, which is Tony's official 3 Snaps Award.
Oh, snap.
Oh snap. There
Hey!
we go. All right, because I felt naked without my Thank you. All right, so listen. I know some of y'all probably thought that I was going to give my 3 snaps to like Sarah for, her little thing or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm going to, my 3 snaps goes to something that you might not have recognized, but is definitely worth a 3 snap. When you don't really want to do something for someone, but you know that you have to save a life, so you just decide, listen, fine, I will talk to the DA, fine, the charges are dropped, but then you gotta punch them by saying, by the way, Gabby, Eli is probably over at Lonnie's right now. I was like, oh. And I was like, Abe, that is how you gotta punch someone.
Yep.
So kicking her while she's down. My 3 Snaps award goes to James Reynolds, Abe Carver, for that real nice, sleek, gutter punch read he gave to Gabby, reminding her that your charges might be dropped. You might save a life, but the man that you love is reconnecting with his love. So take that, heifer. My 3 Snaps goes to him. 3 Snaps award.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap.
Oh boy, I'm almost getting to call the other ones. And now it's time for
Hey fam, it's a new kid in town, Steph. Can you help me out here?
So the next one is Designer Days. Is it listed on
Oh,
there?
I got you.
There we go.
We are no George Michael.
Here we go.
Thanks, Steph.
We just cannot compete with George.
First off, you got to give a shout out to Steph.
We
who's
love
like,
you so much,
You,
girl.
I saw that mouse moving around, and she was just like, "Look at hoes. I don't know nothing about y'all show. Like, help a lady out. Like, I'm gonna get you through it. But I just need a little help. So shout out to you for joining our
Thanks,
Shout out to
Steph.
this
little crazy
squad.
wacky show, girl.
I'm so happy to be here. Also, you guys, I need you to show this panel some love. Hit that like button right now because this is the best panel on YouTube.
Bam! I'm just
She
saying.
ain't lying.
If all
Like
two,
it, like
oh
it,
snap!
like
It's
it.
245 people.
See, they got their fried chicken. Now they're eating it.
Okay.
They have
Okay.
chicken?
Yeah.
Tammy, what's the designer day?
Designer Days is going to Miss Vanessa Williams
Oh.
in this, first of all, I just love her so much on the show. Miss her, wish she was back on the canvas more regularly.
Yes.
And so it is this, I asked Michael, how do I pronounce this? Illye. Ile floral dress by Chiara Bonet La Petite Robe. Try to find out
That you could pronounce.
That was
that was pretty good. Retails for $7.50, on sale right now for $299.99. But I went on Saks Fifth Avenue and it says it's sold out. Anyway, for podcast listeners, it's this beautiful sheath dress. It's a black background with this beautiful floral design and like this lavender and cream. Oh,
I still got to do mine.
we still have to do that. But for now, we're gonna give it to Miss Vanessa Williams. You get this week's
designer.
Designer days.
All right.
Okay.
And now let's go to caption that.
Caption that.
The line is buzzing, y'all. but
Clearly.
you let me know.
Clearly.
Yeah, we're gonna take phone calls much later.
Not
Much later.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. After news and gossip.
So this week's Caption That photo comes courtesy of Mary Beth Evans and
Oh, cool.
William Ute with pouring the wine, and she's all, whatever, in her chair. And this week's caption goes to Christy Laming, Med Fencer on Twitter, with the caption, "You put Stefano's what in Steve's where? You put his what in his where?
That's cute.
Hey,
Put his
cute.
what in his where?"
That's cute.
wait, hold on. Hey, Steph, can we pull up the caption that photo?
Absolutely.
And then
It's photo 3.
yeah,
Not that one.
there it
Yes.
is. And then Michael Mattis,
Yeah.
what's the caption again that goes with that photo?
You put Stefano's what in Steve's where?
Got
You put his what in his where?
Thought
Thought it was cute.
it. You know that wine's good, by the way.
Probably like grape
You
juice
know
or
that,
something.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right, and that has been Caption That.
Okay.
And now it's time for
Ooh, hey, why? It's like, aww.
All right. we had a lot of awe moments. I am so happy that Sunny and Will got reunited.
Photo 4, Stephanie.
I am happy that Lonnie and Eli got reunited. But I will say, I had to get the tissue box when it was Marlena and Ben.
Mm-hmm.
And Ben just thanking Marlena for her not to give up on him and that he took the second chance. And he just wanted Sierra to know that his last few moments on Earth was telling Marlena how much he loves Sierra. And Robert Scott Wilson, when he get those tears in his eyes, it starts making me cry.
When Ben said loving her has been the singular greatest thing in my life.
Yeah.
I almost thought Marlena was thinking, that's how John and I feel
Yeah.
about each other.
My husband Mark was watching that Friday's episode with me, and like in the middle of it, he was like, "Babe, he's a good actor."
He's really
I was like, "Yeah,
good.
he is." Why they got him back a couple times? Yeah.
Yeah.
So glad you
Because they know
picked this moment.
talent when they see it. So yeah.
Aw. So Deidre Hall,
Aw.
Robert Scott Wilson, you guys get my aw moment of the week.
Ooh, hey, why? It's like, aww.
Shout out to Rob and Victoria because one of the sinners posted a video of how we were describing their long 2-hour, 3-hour goodbye.
Yeah.
And then,
Like, just get out.
And then at the end, I started singing "Shallow," and Victoria was like, "That took me out." And then Rob was like, "Same." And then he posted a GIF of Lady Gaga singing "Shallow." So you never know what. I was like, y'all know how I am. You never know what's gonna come out on this show. Kids,
Sure
this
don't.
moment now. Let's remind the kind folks of last week when all of Michael Mattis's shadiness came out.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
you
good
were
for
on
I'm good for a
fire.
couple months now.
You were on
Got to
fire.
use it when I have it. 'cause
Right.
It doesn't come often. Anyway,
But it's there.
it's there.
And then, of course, Me World has not one, not two, but three oh
Three?
shiz
Me World,
moments of the
jeez.
week.
Get out.
And I'm just gonna tweet it out. I don't think he was able to do a video. Oh wait.
22 hours
Yes.
ago?
There we go. And wait,
Ooh.
he has. Okay.
Yeah.
He has a lot of people who viewed this. So let me go ahead and retweet it, and y'all take a look at it. And those are his old shiz
Wow, that's a lot of views.
moment. Yeah, he has
You
over
go,
2,000
Me
views.
World.
Oh
Holy
my
moly.
gosh.
Dang.
Wait a minute, that's more views than what we get on our little video.
How you do-
Me
how you
World
do
done
that?
came up.
What?
Wow, Me World.
Me World done came up. Shout out to Me World. All right. Okay, and now it's time for some news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right, we are just 3 weeks away from celebrating our quintennial event right
God.
next door in Burbank,
gonna be fun.
California.
It is.
Join us, plus day stars Billy Flynn, Kate Manzi, Eric Martzoff. Billy Flynn had to drop out because he's going to a wedding. Stacey Hayduk, Paul Telfer, Scott Shillstone, Brock Kelly, and Jen Lilly the weekend of March 21st and 22nd.
Wait, who? What?
Billy Flynn had to drop out,
Yeah.
so Eric Martzoff is taking his place.
Yeah.
No, that's not us. That's a different one.
Huh?
Oh shiz, yeah it is.
Yeah. No, Billy Flynn's gonna be. No, you're thinking of the Starstruck
Starstruck
fan
event.
event one where Billy had in
But
Providence.
Eric is everywhere. That's why we got
We
confused.
always have Eric.
Yeah.
You know
no.
what? That's not even in what I wrote, and yeah, for some reason, we are just 3 weeks away from celebrating our quintennial Dishin
you for
Days
that.
quintennial right here in Burbank, California. Join us, plus day stars Billy Flynn, Kate Manzi, Eric Martzoff, Stacey Hayduk, Paul Telfer, who I hope wears a black V-neck. I'll just keep that in. Scott Shillstone, Brock Kelly, and Jen Lilly the weekend of March 20th. Both of them. Okay, Starstruck. Okay, the one where Billy did drop out. Starstruck Fan Events is coming to Rhode Island and bringing some heavy hitters with them. Join Robert Scott Wilson, Victoria Conifal, Eric Martzoff, and Kate Manzi, Judy Evans, and Matt Ashford for a weekend of fun in Providence, Rhode Island. Events taking place that weekend will be the weekend of June 27th and 28th at the Radisson Hotel, Providence Airport, and include a cocktail party and a brunch puzzle quest. For complete info, visit starstruckfanevents.com or follow StarstruckFans2 on Twitter.
What makes me giggle about all that? Michael Mattis wrote it.
I wrote it. I've done this before where I'm like, wait, what does that say?
Maybe you just got hot and bothered that.
I don't know. All that talk
Bill-
about food, I'm starving
I'm
right
so
now.
hungry
Like,
right now.
I am so
It's like
hungry
I'm
right now.
fading quickly.
And we want to wish two handsome guys very happy.
Free to give us a call at the number that we always say every week that I always tend to forget what the number is. So call that number, which is
424-34.
Well, somebody got it.
And paste it.
We'll take that call, Steph. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. You're on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey everybody, it's Jamel from Brooklyn.
Hey, Jamel from
Oh,
Brooklyn.
well,
How's
look
Brooklyn?
who it is. Jamel,
Hi, how you doing?
we're doing
good.
good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm enjoying the show. I guess like everybody else, congratulations on such a big, big numbers tonight.
Yeah. We sit here and we do our own little show, and then we look down and you realize there are over 200 people watching you. You're like, oh, hey, y'all.
I'm telling you that, but it's hysterical. It's hysterical. I'm laughing with you all while I'm watching the program. And when you said that one of the
That's
people,
not badass.
who follow the show was a part of the show, me, world, he got 2,000.
Yeah.
I mean, this is something. It's blowing up. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I'm digging it. Now, were you digging this week? You saw that segment, that segue there. Oh my gosh, I'm so great. Did you? Oh man, and I forgot it. What did
Oh.
I gave myself props too soon. What did you enjoy this week about Days?
It's a lot. It was a lot of things that I enjoyed actually. I've been enjoying it for the past couple of weeks, but I will just point out wonderful.
Yeah. There was.
I mean, between the two of them, because I miss Eve. I miss her very much so. But Gabby, they're doing all her pot stirring. I'm living for Days of Our Lives right now. It really is.
Yeah.
So give me all those emotions, those highs and lows. But Miss Susan Rogers is really what my brain was on. All the stuff she had to do.
Yeah. What were you saying about the people on Twitter?
The people
Michael
on
Mattis?
Twitter who are like putting her down and telling her she shouldn't be on the show. Like, shame on you.
Wait.
Yeah.
She's a legend.
I really didn't need to know that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. There's like a whole group on Twitter I see that like are saying like just nasty stuff, and I'm it's led to some blocking. And just ashamed of yourself. This is a legendary actress. She's doing a phenomenal job. She should be given the material that she's being given right now. She should be the face of Days of Our Lives.
Absolutely.
So yeah, y'all can shove it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Jamel from Brooklyn, for calling in as always and showing us love and support. You hold it down there in Brooklyn, and we shall talk soon. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Jamel.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll take that caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. You're on live. Oh, wait, maybe not. We'll take that one. That one. Hello, AfterBuzz TV. Hello, AfterBuzz TV. Hello. Hello, caller. You're on AfterBuzz TV. You're on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey guys, it's me, Woods.
Hello,
Hey,
world.
What's up?
With your 3 old shiz moments and
Yeah.
over 2,000 views. Mm-hmm.
Well, I did not expect this many views on my Twitter.
Yeah, they're
Blowing it
liking
up.
it. They are liking it. What did you? Well,
Yeah.
Besides your top
But
3 old shiz moments, what did you think about this week?
Oh, this week was fantastic. The fact that there was also a bonus Oshis moment was the actual name of Evan is actually my name too.
What?
Your name is Christian Maddox, or
Well,
is it just
the
Christian?
first one, but not the last
Is
one.
Oh.
It's Christian.
Look
Wow.
at
Did we know that before? I don't think so.
No, we only know him
Yeah,
as
that
Me
was a
World.
shocker for me.
Oh, well, that's a good shocker. When someone says Christian, you almost look back like, you talking about me? Because we only
That's so
But
funny.
we only
huge
know Me
shout
World
out
as
to
Me World.
Lizzie Godfrey and
Mhm.
Camilla Bernis for liking and retweeting my tweets.
Yes.
I really
Oh,
enjoyed
so
that, and
cool.
I
There-
guess that's how I got so many views.
Oh, mate.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
did they
good.
retweet your
I bought
your
that.
moment?
I bought effort too.
They did what?
Oh, they retweeted my tweets
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
from what I've seen.
Yay.
That's so great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Me World, for calling in. We appreciate you. We love your old shiz moments of the week.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my
you
God.
keep them coming, and we're going to keep retweeting them.
Yep.
Bye, Christian.
Bye, Christian.
Bye.
Oh, it's like 50 Shades of Grey.
You will always and forever be Me World.
I know.
All right, let's take our next caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. You're on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, it's Mike Riley.
Mike
Oh, hi, Mike Riley.
Hi, Mike Riley.
What's up?
So,
What did you
What's up,
think
bro?
about this week?
Two characters I want to reference. Actually, one is whoever's writing for the character of Sunny has been doing an amazing job.
Mhm.
Freddie's acting has been incredible, definitely Emmy worthy.
Mm-hmm.
But one issue I always have with soaps is the characters never say like the thing that gets right to the point. You know, we're always having the conversations in our mind. Why don't you say this? Why don't you say that?
Mm-hmm.
But with Maggie and with Gabby, Sonny laid it out. When he said to Gabby, you don't love your daughter. You never think of your daughter. You know, the characters never are that direct. And I think whoever's writing for Sonny, kudos, because you are actually spewing out what is going on in the audience's mind. So I thought all of those scenes were amazing.
Yeah. Oh, Freddie has had some really, really, really good scenes, and like, and they're justified. Like that's how he should be playing it. That's how upset he should be. And as gut wrenching as it was this week to watch him tell off Maggie,
Oh my God.
like of course you're gonna react on emotion, and like he is living up to it. So kudos to him.
Yeah, I think usually they just kind of dilute the dialogue. I guess maybe to stretch the scenes out further or to stretch the storyline, but they went for it this time. So yeah, kudos to the writer. The other thing is Gabby. I'm not, on board with the whole, why is this happening to me? Why am I the only person that ever has to pay? First of all, let's do a James Lott Jr. trip down memory lane.
Okay.
Gabby hired someone to stalk her because she wanted her best friend Melanie.
I forgot about that.
Yes.
That person kidnapped Melanie,
Right.
Yes.
set off the explosion
Right.
in Salem that ended up killing Abby's dad. Abby had never even done anything to Gabby. And did Gabby pay for that? No. Why? Because Chad knew about it, and so that her friendship with Melanie wasn't ruined and her friendship with Abby wasn't ruined, let her get away with it. So anything that's happened after with regard to Abby and Gabby having to pay for it, she's getting her karma back because her first series of crimes, she got off scot-free.
She thinks she can get away with anything. Yeah.
well, she is.
Well,
That's the way.
exactly.
That's the
Well,
pattern.
That's like anybody else in Salem. Everybody in Salem doing stuff and want to get off for free about it.
And they do. They find a way.
Yeah.
This is true.
Gabby, I feel like is the one that actually, like, she actually did serve time. We saw those scenes in jail, right? But yeah, she keeps finding a way out now.
Well, listen, she made a way out of no way. Good for her.
She did. But Camilla's amazing.
Yeah.
And the very last thing I want to say, for those of you that are not following him, if you want some really gorgeous guy eye candy, follow Scott Shilstone on Instagram. You want to talk about a face and a body? Holy bejesus.
He hasn't been
Amazing.
posting much
So
lately.
that's it. That's all I've got.
Well, Mike Riley,
Follow him.
you need
Follow
to,
Scott Shilstone. He's
Mike Riley,
gorgeous.
you should fly to LA so that you can come
to
to
our
our
event.
event.
Yes.
So you can meet him in person. And we can meet you.
Okay. Yeah. Justin is coming over with the $10 million, and then I'll be on the jet right over. I'll just call out of work this week.
Okay, well, you know what? If you start the drive now, you'll be here in time.
There you go.
Okay, no problem. All right, guys. Good night.
All right,
Thanks, Mike
Riley. All right, let's take
One more call.
one more call. If one more comes in 3, 2. Don't forget you can call 424. Oh, there it is. Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. Last caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. You're on live. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hello, this is Dwight Slimmers from Louisville.
Hey, Dwight. How you doing?
Fine.
Good. What did you think about this week's episodes of Days?
I thought the Wilson reunion was great. I cried.
Aww. Oh, I feel like every time Chandler comes on the canvas, I'm like, what is Dwight thinking right now at this moment?
Right now.
And you know what? And while you're on the phone, Dwight, I want to thank you for all of your tweets to Chandler, encouraging him to come over to the show and chit chat with us. And I think did I see that he liked one of them?
Yeah.
Very cool.
We're finally on a road to success because he came in. He was one of he came in like a few years ago, back when we were at the other location, and like him and Billy met for the first time because we had Chandler on first as a spotlight on, and then we had Billy on for the recap. But that was the last time Chandler was here. We had his Emmy here for a while, but.
I think we just left it here.
Yeah, for a while, and then
I got 2 more at home. It's fine.
Yeah, so hopefully one day soon we'll get Chandler back
We're
in here.
working on it.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you enjoyed those scenes this week. I feel like we all now think about you when Chandler comes on.
I love Michael Mattis's red lumberjack shirt.
Yes.
See,
Everyone's about the lumberjack today.
I
really dressed up. I usually phone it in, but
yeah, flannel
I'll be
looks good
fancy
on you.
today.
Yes.
Thank you.
And red looks good on you too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at you, all
Work
the compliments today.
Work it.
Mm-hmm. Well, Dwight, as
It
always.
could have been better It could have been better with tight Wranglers.
I mean, isn't everything better?
I mean, everything is better
Some
with
tight jeans.
with a pair of Wrangler jeans. I agree. Well, Dwight, thank you so much for calling in, and keep watching and keep crossing your fingers that Chandler will finally make it in.
Yes. Thank you, Dwight.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Love
Dwight.
you guys.
Bye.
All right. Bye. Now, listen, if you guys want some of the cast members of Days to come in, tweet them. Like, actually look up their Twitter handlers, their Instagram handlers, and just say, hey, you guys should come on in to Dishin Days. And you never know. Maybe that could give a little bit of influence to bring them in. So, and just so that you guys know, we did try to get Suzanne to come in this week. It wasn't a good week for her, so hopefully she'll be able to come in and we can talk about
I would love that.
her storyline. That'll be great. All right, this is the moment. If you don't like to know what's going to happen next week, close your eyes for a second, then come back, because we only going to be gone for about 15 seconds. But this is what's coming up on next week's episodes of Days of Our Lives. Oh, we can't hear it. Is there volume? Oh. And
there we go.
To feel heavy. I can't move. This drug will make your heart stop almost instantly.
I'm here for you.
I didn't kill my sister. No stay of execution. Yeah. Where are you?
Oh my gosh! This is really looking like when Sammy was except it's like updated.
Yeah, well, update. What do you mean updated?
Like as far as like how the execution goes.
Yeah.
That is such a gut wrenching moment. And to see your life flash before your eyes like that.
I just did not need to see that.
Are you about to cry?
I should have brought tissues.
Oh gosh, you're about to cry.
It's just sad.
I hope whatever evidence they need that Warden gets before this man is executed, because he didn't
Dr.
kill
Rolf?
her.
Oh
Right?
my gosh, but he says, Sierra, where are you? Oh.
Dr. Rolf.
It's like Dr. Rolf needs to be on standby with that needle.
Sammy didn't need it though. She survived. She got 2 of the plungers in. 2 of the, but she didn't need Dr. Rolf. They revived her.
There's some updated drugs and things. They like.
Says who?
God bless
2020. One.
I feel like that's something that hasn't changed. Like what killed you in 1999 is still going to kill you in 2020.
This is true. Are they in 20 or 21? They're
21.
In 21.
They're in 21.
They're in
That's
21.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're 2021.
They're a whole year before us.
They are.
We'll see.
All right. Well.
I'm bummed. I want fried chicken now.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Stop by Ralph's. They have really good.
I'm
fried
gonna go to
chicken.
Popeyes.
Me
Oh,
too.
that sounds
The line is
great.
still so long. That
Is
one
it
For the
really?
fried chicken sandwich? Stop
Come
it.
on.
All right.
Okay, guys.
That has been your week of days. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really hope that you all enjoyed it. For those of you who have been with us forever and no stranger to us. Thank you.
5
For those
years.
of you who joined us today for the first time, we hope that you guys come back. We do this every Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Michael Mattis, where can the old and new folks find you?
Lumberjack
His new
Bear
handle.
at whatever. No, ML Mattis on Twitter and Instagram.
And you can find me on Instagram at Chelsie Overocker and on Twitter at Chels Overocker.
And you can find me on Twitter at Tami Goveia, Insta Tami.Goveia.
And you can find all of us on Facebook and Instagram, Dishin Days and _Dishin Days on Twitter. And you can find little old me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony.
More, please.
And my new podcast, More Please, on Apple Podcasts. Now, shout out to the Sinners. We are just now ending the show, and I'm already seeing clips of the show on Twitter.
I know.
So
this is insane.
shout out to the Sinners. Thank y'all so much. And
Thank
to
you.
all the fans.
Mwah.
We'll see you guys next week for another full recap of your favorite soap opera, Days of Our Lives. Bye, y'all.
Everybody.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.